Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP as well as the entire market. So let's just dive in and let's start with this. So first off, I just want to say right now, if you are holding any crypto on any exchange, please look into moving it to cold storage. I do have a link to a ledger down in the description below. I also will have a link to a DCENT wallet as well. You guys can look at both of them, really kind of make the choice for yourself. With DCENT, you guys do save a ton of money utilizing my link, but these are the two main wallets that I utilize for cold storage. Usually if an asset is not supported on Ledger or even DCENT, the other one really kind of does support it. Like XDC for the longest time was not supported by Ledger. It now is. It was supported on DCENT. But you guys know me. I have supported some of these exchanges in the past. MEXC is one of them. But until MEXC releases their data on their holdings and their backings, I am not holding any assets on any of these exchanges. I personally right now am holding all of my assets on cold storage. I even canceled all my buy orders at some nice cheap prices, and I have moved all my funds over to cold storage until things kind of settle down. When things start to kind of settle down, that is when I will be back in the game and have my buy orders back to set up base points. But for the longest time, I've been telling you guys, cold storage is your best friend. And really at times like these where uncertainty is hitting the market, where you don't know what could happen next, it's the best time to look into cold storage. Because although some of these exchanges are extremely large, I do not trust any of them. In fact, I've been telling you guys right now, or I've been telling you guys for the longest time, and I will tell you guys right now, nothing is too big to fail in this market. And I think that that's the biggest lesson to learn from the FTX situation, because FTX for the longest time has looked like the, golden child of crypto. They were going to regulators, they were talking to regulators, they were looking at compliancy, all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, boom, it goes to zero. I mean, you cannot trust anything in this space. And I did say over here, never underestimate the contagion effect of some of these collapses. When we look at FTX and their substantial connections, there's over 134 firms, and they have all filed for bankruptcy. And you could check out all of them. You could check out all of the major names here. If you recognize one of them, maybe you utilize, something connected to one of these names, please make sure that you are taking the next major steps, which is, of course, taking your crypto off of their exchanges or anything connected to any of these names. But also, these do run deep. I mean, you see over here from NVXRP1, I actually have this opened up in a screenshot here. You can see all of their investments up here, acquisition investments as well through FTX US. And then down here we do see investments, which, by the way, BlockFi, there has been reports that BlockFi could be next. We actually do see over here, breaking news, BlockFi has hired a bankruptcy counsel. Rumor is BlockFi had almost all of its customers' assets custodied on FTX. And, there is no source right now, but I don't underestimate and I don't overlook anything in this space. It could definitely be possible, but we don't know. Also, some of their major investments are down here. You also see Yuga Labs, so connections to NFTs and stuff like that. Things could get a lot worse. Things could definitely get a lot worse. We do so over here as well, hearing from several founders privately that their treasuries are wiped. The contagion is only just beginning. Lots of projects reaching out now, telling me they got wiped, can't make payroll, don't know what to do. Unbelievable. Again, some of these things could get a lot worse. We've been looking at a few things within this market. I mean, currently we are sitting at about $849 billion in total market cap. I mean, is this the bottom? Is this where everything is so uncertain, so fearful, so, bad to the point where, how much lower can we go? Right? Because it kind of reminds me, it doesn't really remind me of March of 2020, but March of 2020 was extremely bearish just like this. And, it's kind of on the same scale, but it's a lot worse in my opinion. I mean, like, look at the volumes picking up here. You can see all of the volume. Very similar volume aspect compared to the summer of 2021, where we did kind of bottom out a couple days later. Volume profile is not the same as March of 2020, but it is in a similar aspect. But a lot of people have been comparing this to 2011 with Mt. Gox. I mean, this could very well be on the same level. And by the way, we do see over here, fresh off the press, Galois Capital has $100 million stuck on FTX, 50% of total holdings. This is crazy to me. We do see over here as well, oh really, this whole train wreck makes Do Kwon look like a Boy Scout. Shout out to 10_41. But we do see FTX Telegram admins release statements saying the exchange has been hacked. So yeah, if anybody out there has FTX downloaded on their phone, I highly advise you to delete any apps that are connected to FTX, by the way, because we did see some reports of SMS messages and emails being sent by FTX to customers to log into the app and website, which are infected with a Trojan as part of the hack. FTX has millions of users. Things are about to get a lot worse. Please warn as many people as you can before it's too late. And this is a huge warning to anybody out there that has an FTX app on their phone. Also, if you are receiving SMS messages as well as emails from FTX, please block all contact. Do not click any links. Do not look at any links. Do not do anything from FTX. Everything right now is looking pretty rough. And yes, we do have a few other situations here. So at least $1 billion of customer funds have vanished from collapsed crypto exchange FTX per Reuters. The exchange's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, secretly transferred $10 billion of customer funds from FTX to Bankman-Fried's trading company, Alameda Research, the people told Reuters. And then over here, we also have FTX official and FTX's US's wallets appear to be hacked, with over 600 million leaving the exchange late Friday. And then also, we have a little bit of a few updates here as well. Multiple former FTX employees confirmed to me they do not recognize these transfers for $383 million from Zach XBT as well as 0x Fubar. And we do see hundreds of millions of dollars are now flowing out of FTX wallets. Some speculate liquidators, but it's late on Friday night, not typical times for such rapid, heavy movements. Some withdrawals are being swapped from Tether to DAI or DAI. Hack or insider actions, 26 million here, and this goes on and on and on. It is a substantial amount, and this is probably one of the biggest hacks in crypto for the last couple years. Sorry. And by the way, we do also see down here, app update confirmed, likely malicious to seek root access to further private keys. Delete it as soon as possible. Don't touch the website. Probably a compromised dev account as well. And here you guys have that forced update. Please, please, please do not click. Do not do anything with FTX at all. Things are getting pretty rough around the streets with FTX. We do see some wallets here as well. Zach XBT really kind of posted everything here. Another $89 million on BSC. Ryan Miller from FTX US as well, investigating abnormalities with wallet movements related to consolidation of FTX balances across exchanges. Unclear facts as other movements not clear. We'll share more info as soon as we have it. FTX official. Yeah, I mean, things are looking really rough around this. 2 more Ethereum wallets, and here you guys have, of course, yet again, the FTX wallet. Do not update or touch your FTX account for the time being until there is further clarity. Please do not download any updates or anything like that. And we have an update from the FTX Telegram. FTX has been hacked. All funds seem to be gone. FTX apps are malware. Delete them. Chat is open. Don't go on to the FTX site, as it might download Trojans as well. Guys, stay away from everything FTX. And a lot of people don't want to believe it. And it's okay. Listen, you don't have to believe it, but I'm telling you right now, you want to stay away from FTX. Also, there's been a lot of reports around some other major exchanges like KuCoin. A lot of people have been sharing a few things around KuCoin. Again, we don't know what is true. We don't know anything that is happening right now. But there is quite a bit of FUD piling up around a lot of things. We do see over here, for a bit of reassurance for KuCoin users, I hope they sent out details via an email of a snapshot of some of the wallet holdings quantities, along with where, to see/use live links to addresses. Again, with MEXC, I've been waiting for MEXC to really kind of show some of their holdings. Here are some of the holdings, which I would love to see a little bit of a screenshot or a snapshot of their, holding addresses a little bit more. I mean, like, this doesn't represent all of their holdings, but it also doesn't really represent much. Like, I would like to see this fully documented. I mean, they do have a few of their wallet addresses down here. They also have data from their nonsense portfolio, but I would love to see a little bit more from some of the other major exchanges as well, like MEXC. And also, here are some of their other holdings as well. You can see the net worth, and then over here you can see a little bit more of the net worth. And they have a whole bunch of wallets here that they're really kind of sharing. So again, we don't know what's happening with any of these major exchanges. A lot of people are speculating. A lot of people are making up a little bit of FUD. Not going to lie, there has been a lot of fearfulness over on Twitter. I've been seeing a lot of reports about some other major exchanges. I mean, like if we go over here to the exchange list, I've seen some reports around Kraken, Qcoin, Huobi, and a few other ones. So, things right now are getting pretty rough. I mean, you can see a lot of the negative volume on some of these major exchanges. I think a lot of people are kind of getting concerned. I mean, some of these are like scam exchanges. I wish I could kind of filter this out to just like the top 100. But again, to me, I would say this. If I had to tell anybody who is in crypto right now what to do, it would be 100% to go on any exchange that you have any dollar figure amount and get it off of these, exchanges to cold storage. It could be any amount that you are worried about. I have left some small amounts on some of these exchanges, like, a little bit of, it's like $100 to maybe even like $500, but anything over that, I am holding on cold storage just in case. You don't know. Like, we have to let the dust settle. Right now, there's still a lot of uncertainty around this market. Definitely feels like one of the most bearish times in this market, and it could lead to something, way bigger. It could be also the bottom being formed. We just don't know. But also we do see over here from the Real Plan C, I am sorry, but it is getting harder and harder not to think that 2022 was just an insider coordinated rug pull on the whole crypto space. And yeah, this is what I've been looking at as well. Like, we're seeing this big sort of concern around crypto, and it really kind of started with a lot of the collapses that we've seen back early in 2022. But FTX really kind of gave me this weird feeling, this thought process of like, okay, who was really behind FTX? Why were they collapsing it? Are they making an example out of one of the largest crypto exchanges in the space and say, okay, well, anything, Binance could be next, Coinbase could be next. We need to regulate these exchanges. The biggest problem to me is like, okay, if they're going to start regulating these exchanges, where are US users going to buy crypto? To me, this could very well be the thing that blocks out the US-based customers out of crypto. And it is going to be pretty concerning, in my opinion, especially if you live in the US. These regulators cannot be trusted. None of these exchanges can be trusted. I mean, you really just got to trust DeFi. Like decentralized finance, where nobody has any hands in the pot, that's where you could only trust this market. And I think that this has really kind of put a spotlight on why we cannot trust any of these centralized companies. We can't trust any of these exchanges that have these, individuals behind it, no matter how good it looks on paper. Like FTX, some would argue that FTX looked like the safest bet in crypto in terms of an exchange, but it seemed like that was just a facade. So we can't really trust any of these exchanges. We can't trust any of these centralized companies. We just got to make our own judgment on what we are going to do next around this market. But one thing I can trust is the fact that my crypto is safe on cold storage, which I think everyone should definitely be looking into cold storage if you haven't already. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because I'm on free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As is up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this before. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.